All right, here's a tip. All right, ready for this? Don't wear a wool coat today because it's gonna be hot.
Wow, that was good. Okay, you might be able to figure that one out on your own. We've got a tip coming from our next guest, which may not be obvious, but it could save you hundreds of dollars.
And this is all about Windows 10. Thor Schrock from Schrock Innovations is back this morning. Good to see you,
Hi,
Thor.
Thanks, guys.
I like to save money.
Yeah, we all
saving
like
money's
to save
fun.
money.
Let's do
So
this.
how much longer do we have to upgrade to Windows 10?
All
It's
right.
free right now, right?
It's free right now until the end of July. At the end of July, it's going to, the freebie is gone, and you have to pay if you want to get it. Depending on the version you get and how you get it, it'll be $100 to $200 to buy it if you want to buy it at that point. We're kind of at the point now where anybody who wants Windows 10 has probably got it. And people who are, as I call them, the bitter clingers, that they're not going to Windows 10 for any reason, eventually they'll be broken. Just like all bitter clingers, eventually they're broken. But right now they're not going to do it, so they're not going to move to Windows 10. So right now what I want to talk about is all the people who have already moved to Windows 10, or if you plan on going to Windows 10. At some point during the setup process, at the end, it put a screen up that asked you to sign into a Microsoft account if you had one, or you could click the create one button to create a Microsoft account. A lot of people with privacy concerns, people like me, you know, I didn't have a Microsoft account at first. I was like, there's no need for Microsoft to be able to track everything I do, kind of like a Google account.
Yeah.
Google, they can track everything you do on your computer if you have a Google account. Microsoft runs my computer, you know, so it's like, wow, I don't need a Microsoft account.
What am I giving them permission to do here?
But of course, if you don't get the Microsoft account, you can't use Cortana, you know, you don't get OneDrive, you know, it restricts some things. So eventually I buckled and got a Microsoft account. And I'm glad I did at this point now, because the message I'm bringing today is you can save hundreds of dollars on your car insurance if you switch. Oh, no.
Stop.
No, there. You could save hundreds of dollars. Sorry, I had to. You could save hundreds of dollars. Have you seen the Pirate commercial for Geico? I mean,
Yes.
it's
I've
amazing.
seen that.
Yes.
Parrot? Anyway, but no, you can save a lot of money
like
on
that.
your computer. If something goes wrong and you have to install Windows 10, after the freebie deadline is gone, you don't have a disk and you don't have a code. Well, if you've listened to the show long enough, you know you should make a recovery drive for your Windows 10, so that's your disk, but you still need a code. And what happens if you don't have a code and you go to reinstall Windows 10? You can't. You have to buy it. So if you have a Microsoft account, what Microsoft is doing is they're making it stupid magical, like Disney magic. All you do is you get a Microsoft account, it takes a hardware fingerprint of your computer, and then when you reinstall Windows 10, you sign into your Microsoft account and it says, we've already activated this fingerprint
And it
before.
populates
and
all
it
the-
just activates. You don't have to type in any codes, you don't have to
Wow.
do anything.
That's
If you
easy.
don't have a Microsoft account, you don't have a fingerprint, which means you have to type in a code, and especially on laptops, some of those Windows 7 stickers on the bottom, over time, they get rubbed, and I don't know if they're thermal or what the deal is, because they have a thermal component, so you can't take a heat gun to them and peel them off and stick them on another computer. But laptops get hot, and so eventually the codes disappear and you can't read them.
So let's say we upgrade to 10 for free. You do you get the email address, you're good to go. You've got all those assurances. So many people who are watching right now are just overwhelmed by this completely.
Okay.
You know that to be true.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what can you do at Schrock Innovations to help them upgrade, get started, know what's legitimate, know that their stuff is secure, and that they're going about this the right way?
Yep. So a couple things. First of all, every single update, big update, that Microsoft has put out for Windows 10 after its release, the original release of Windows 10 was amazing. Every update has caused a problem for about a third of Windows 10 subscribers, to the point they had to bring it into the shop for repair. If you bring your computer in and let us install Windows 10 for you, we put a 30-day warranty on all of our work. August 2nd, the anniversary update's coming out. So if you haven't moved to Windows 10 yet and you plan to do it before the deadline, bring it into the shop, spend the $99, let us do it for you. We guarantee the install. If there's an issue, we can't install it, we don't install it.
Like with the hard drive or something
Yeah,
like
if
that.
something's wrong and we can't install it, there's no charge. But if we do install it and then you have this problem with an anniversary update or anything in the 30-day period after that, we cover it under warranty, first of all. Now, secondly, you can check to see if you created a Microsoft account, because you may not remember. So if you go into your control panels, you know, Start, Settings, click on Accounts, and if you have a Microsoft account, it'll say Manage My Account. And if you don't, it'll say, sign into my account. So it's super easy to check, and it's really easy to get when you type in your birth date. This is why we didn't do it for a lot of customers in the service center. We had to have your address, your birth date. We had to ask you for a lot of really personally identifiable
Seems shady.
information.
Yeah.
So some customers just weren't comfortable doing that, and we sometimes, depending on the customer, we know our customers, you know, we weren't comfortable asking, you know, the really paranoid ones for that kind of information. But you know, so some customers we knew we should just set it up for this customer, so we did. So some of our customers have it and some don't, just based on the level of relationship
I'd be
we have with them.
skeptical.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what's Thor want with all this information?
Oh, yeah.
You have the end of the month to get the free version of Windows 10.
That's correct.
If you don't do that by the end of the month, how much is this thing going to cost you if you decide to put this off for a few months?
$100 to $200. And here's the thing. For some people are not moving to Windows 10 because they like Windows 7. I actually had a guy who said he liked Windows 8 last month, and I'm like,
Nobody
why?
likes Windows
Nobody
8.
likes
Windows 8
Windows
is the one that has all the big changes.
It
It's got a
lasted
start
no
menu,
time at all.
So if you like Windows 8, I mean, Windows 10 is more like Windows 7. So here's the thing. If you don't move to it, the next computer you buy will have Windows 10, and starting in a couple months here, we won't even be able to buy Windows 7 anymore. So if even with a custom machine, we won't be able to go back to Windows 7 for you. So just like XP, eventually we got to cut the cord off and let the ship, shoot the flaming arrow, the whole bit, let it go away, and you're going to have to move to Windows 10. So do it now in a controlled environment while you have the control of the situation.
Right,
Thor
and you guys
mentioned
can help out too.
the
Schrock
shop.
Innovations, with the 2 locations in Omaha, Village Point, Papillion, then you got the one in Lincoln as well, SchrockInnovations.com.
That the flaming arrow.
Shoot.
Viking style. Who's in the funeral pyre, though? I don't know.
I'm just still thinking
Geico
about
lizard.
insurance and pirates. Thanks, Thor.
Thor.
Good to see
And
you.
Vikings, apparently, yeah.
Have you ever seen a cow do